So guys, hello and welcome everyone back to a kind of a different style video for me. Obviously because the whole like COVID-19, obviously like the coronavirus situation is obviously very tight for me in terms of videos. I can't go out and do anything, so I'm currently on a private bit of land next to my house. Literally my house is the other side of the car. So I thought I'd just come in here and talk about the costings of my BMW. Now, I wouldn't normally do this kind of video, but there's been so many comments on how much was the insurance, how much is it to fill up, how much is it for tax, that kind of stuff. So I thought I'd make a video on it today. I've got a few notes here. Obviously, I've wrote down all the numbers, and I'm quite happy to tell you the numbers because you seem to know. You seem to want to know. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Right, so you might actually have the numbers on screen, so it'd probably be easier to count up and stuff like that, but I might put the numbers on screen, I might not. But let's start off with the actual car price. Now, in the garage, when it was advertised for £12,495. Obviously that is British pounds. That was above my budget. My original budget for a BMW was like 10,000. So when I saw it, I was like, this is going to be a real stretch. But then I thought at the end of the day, like, this is like the perfect one. I didn't see any others that had the red interior with all the other spec that I wanted. It has really low mileage and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, let's see if I can do it. So anyway, as I was at work, I was sitting there thinking, you know, this is kind of what I want. Let's just have a look. Let's have a quick look at it. So that evening, I drove down and had a look at the car. And because I liked it, and I was wanting to bring my mum there the second day, I had to get like a secure deposit because so many people were wanting to look at it. So I put £200 secure deposit down. That didn't mean that I definitely was having the car, but it was like I was first in line for it, if that makes any sense. Then the next day, I took my mum down there, and because I did like it, I then ended up paying £800 for the final deposit. So then it had a £1,000 deposit. And then I also paid the £145 tax. Now, that might sound quite a lot, but it's really not, considering like this kind of car. That isn't bad tax-wise, because my old car, my Corsa, was £130, so it's an extra £15 for this. So yeah, it's a no-brainer really. So yeah, once I'd paid my £1,000 deposit and obviously the tax, so then it had 12 months of tax on it, I then had to tackle the insurance. Now, I had those quotes online. Some were quite expensive, but I managed to kind of adjust a few things and contact loads of different companies. I did a few comparing sites. Also did compare the Meerkat. Is it Compare the Meerkat or Compare the Market? One of those. I had a look on the Go Compare one as well. I had a look on like the actual I had a look at the actual insurers individually online. And yeah, we basically online we got a quote for £1,275. Then there was an issue with it, so we had to call up because my payment never went through. And because I did call up, we managed to get like £117 off. So my insurance for this car for 12 months with, bear in mind I've got 2 years no claims, 19 years old, and I'm employed and live at home. The insurance is £1,158.30p. Which isn't too bad considering my old car was £158 cheaper. So all I'm essentially paying is £150 extra for this. And I did forget to mention, obviously while I was at the garage, I obviously said how much can I get for my car, and he said we could do a trading price for £500. So technically my deposit was £1,500, but obviously £500 was just my car when I trade it in. So yeah, that was that. And then I was fortunate enough, now this is the actual payment side of things, this is what I paid on the day. I was fortunate enough to put down a £6,995 cash deposit, like the rest of the deposit. So I was fortunate enough to, obviously I've been saving quite a while, especially I haven't actually spent any money since I've got my job. So yeah, I've been saving quite a long time. So yeah, I paid for the insurance, I paid for everything myself, and then the cash deposit, I was fortunate enough to have £6,995 to put down for that. And then obviously that doesn't add up to £12,495. So the last amount of money that I had to pay was, I think it's £4,000 left to pay. So what I did do is I put that on finance, which I know people say, oh, don't use finance. But at the end of the day, it's the HP finance, which is hire purchase, not PCP. PCP is when you have like a big balloon payment at the end and you have to trade the car in. and then you don't have to, you could pay the balloon payment, but I don't think anyone does. You just basically, you have to trade the car in and get a new car. It's all well and good if you do want to get a new car all the time, but it's never yours. You can't do modifications on it. Like, I wouldn't have been able to change the button down here, which I've done recently, which I can show you guys in a minute. I wouldn't have been able to do the little modifications to it, because they always want it back how it was originally. So yeah, I ended up going with hire purchase. So at the end of the final payment, it is completely mine. That is it. That is mine. So that's pretty good. And I did get it on 4 years. Now, 4 years is quite a long time, but it's £98 a month for 4 years. Now, I was a bit sceptical about that because I originally wanted to do 2 years for about £150, £60 a month. Just obviously pay it off quicker. But the problem is with that, if I, for example, lost a job or anything like that, I didn't want to have nearly £200 coming out my bank. So I've gone with the £98 a month, which I can then log onto my account online, and I can actually pay it off quicker. So it makes sense to have the longest one you can, which is 4 years, and then just pay it off as quick as possible. Because I spoke to the guy, I said, like, could you not get a year and then extend it? And you can't. You can only make your term smaller. So that's what I did. I got the longest one, £98 a month, and then I can always make it shorter if I have a spare bit of cash. I can literally pay it off if and when I want to. So that is pretty good. Then you might be wondering, like, what's the actual maintenance cost of this? Now, to get 4 new tyres on this, I've been looking at I think they're Michelin Pilot Sport 4s. Now, those are the ones I want to get on this car because I've heard it's really good for noise, really good for comfort, and they're just an all-round good tyre. And they are £106 a tyre. I looked up online for this car, so it's about 420 something pounds to get a full set. So that's just, if you want to get some new tyres, that's kind of what you'll be paying. But it's about the 350, 400 mark for full set tyres, which is quite expensive for tyres, considering my last car was 200 for a full set. But I guess that's what you pay for. If you go up in the world of cars, you go up in the price as well. So, yeah. And then in terms of filling it up, now, when I first got the car, I used to fill it up with just normal unleaded. Now, because I kind of realised that I'm going to be having this car for quite a long time, and I'm going to want to do a lot of work on it, and I want to keep the engine healthy, I'm going to keep it serviced, I'm going to keep the wheels done, I'm going to keep it clean all the time, I'm just going to look after it, basically. I thought I might as well just put in the premium unleaded, because the premium unleaded is 90%, it's like 90 something or other, it's 99, I think it's not 99% octane, but it's like 99 instead of the 95 octane. So basically, there's more octane in there, so it's a lot better for your engine. And since I'm going to be having this for a long time, I might as well do that. But the thing is, with it, it's a little bit more expensive. But I literally worked out it's a couple quid more expensive per full tank. It's really not that bad. So yeah, as I was saying, for a full tank in this, it costs £60, about £60, which really isn't that bad. I can get about 410 miles out of it, so it's really not that bad. But there we go, that's kind of covered all the costs. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I think that's pretty much it. I know it's been a really quick video, but what I would just want to say is I hope you're staying really healthy. Obviously there's a full lockdown, but I am on like private property and I'm in a car away from those people. There's literally no one around. I literally cannot see anybody. There's literally no one. But yeah, I hope you're wearing gloves. I hope you're washing your hands and keeping safe and clean. And I cannot wait for this fucking thing to just move over, because I just want to go to the shop and get hot chocolate, but they're all shut. Like the actual machines, they're not open, which is a nightmare. But I guess it's first world problems, isn't it? But yeah, another thing I want to say is my next video is going to be a Q&A, because I'm kind of really stuck on what to do. I will be painting my brake calipers on my driveway soon. But yeah, there's going to be a Q&A, so if you can comment some questions down below, that'd be greatly appreciated. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Q&A. I might do it in the car, I might do it in my bedroom, I don't know. But I'm going to do a Q&A soon, so feel free to ask me anything, literally anything. It could be about my car, it could be about personal life, it could be about my girlfriend, it could be about what I do as a job, it could be anything. Just let me know down below, alright? But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, smash the like rating on it. I know this is a hard time, but we'll get through this, and I'll catch you guys in another video.